Now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop of the afternoon. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Play action now. Mariota. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin.
Finding room at midfield.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mariota.
And, oh, that would get a wind-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
3rd and short yardage. Mariota. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Mariota on 4th down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd and 6. This pass hauled in by Dotson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Strike 60. Strike 2.
Looking to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be taken at the 13. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Lockett in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 68 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And that time he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out left to Dotson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They'll drop to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. C.J. Mosley getting to him behind the line of scrimmage there.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 7-7, our score after one. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
10 cycles.
Let's go one more.
He'll look to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
It's now 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
52's the mark. Check 52's the mark. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Now back to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
Well, Charles, you look at this offense. They're the #1 seed, a Super Bowl favorite, but it's hard to avoid the topic that this is a rookie quarterback under center making his first ever postseason appearance. Any concern level there?
Well, I would think that we'd all have some concern because, you know, a rookie quarterback, that's just not normal, right? But I think I'd be a lot more concerned if they were the 6 or 7 seed and had to go on the road and play in a hostile environment. What if it was cold outside? But here you've got a guy who's been solid all year, led them to all those wins, #1 seed. I think they have unquestioned belief in him. They also feel like they have a responsibility to help carry him along as well. Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Swift.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Mike 52. Mike 52. Watch the screen.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. You can't block me.
He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jonathan Allen gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Second and
bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
And Washington now going to use the first of their. Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52.
Back to throw. He completes it to Henry. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mariota. And this one is incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Chase Young.
Excellent job on that play. A big loss. 18 yards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. On play action, Mariota steps away.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyler Lockett, 54 yards.
And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Justin Tucker sets to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll set up to throw.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll look to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Hassan Reddick gets to him well behind the line of scrimmage. That is a loss of 17 yards.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.